If you can believe it, MrBeast has even more former employees that have come out against him with new sets of allegations. When will this end? Holy f***. Everybody hates MrBeast now, guys. Everybody hates MrBeast. It seems like it. Maybe not everybody. Actually, most people don't really give a single f***, and that's good. But Jimmy seems to be getting no rest from new allegations being thrown. As they say, there's no rest for the wicked. Or they say, ain't no rest for the wicked, and money don't grow on trees. That's a song from Borderlands. This new set of shit being levied at MrBeast is classic YouTube stuff. They say that MrBeast brings in new people to supply him with creative ideas. He falsely promises them like good jobs and then boots them to the curb, only to then turn their ideas right into videos and make billions of dollars and a lot of candy, a lot of chocolate. I'm not sure how many more people are going to come out. He's hired a lot of people. It seems like this is never going to end. On August 10th, one day after Dogpack's second video, a small YouTuber by the name of Tai Ore put out a video titled, "I also work for MrBeast. He's a thief." In the video, Ty talks about how he was flown down to North Carolina to meet Jimothy Beat. He worked for MrBeast for 2 days as a creative writer, didn't get the job, and then saw his video idea turned into a video and didn't receive a dime for his work or time in North Carolina, which is crazy if true. That's really bad to have people come in and then just not even compensate them at all for their time. Allegedly, of course. So the main claim is that MrBeast stole Ty's video and didn't pay him for his work, nor did he pay him. There was zero generosity. Basically, they're implying that he's the Antichrist. Classic YouTuber implication. Remember, guys, it's not about the facts. It's about the implication. That's an Always Sunny meme. Ty opens his video by talking about his editing experience and then shows emails and Facebook posts, all showing when the MrBeast team reached out to him February 2nd, 2024. And according to Ty, he was going to be brought onto MrBeast team as a creative writer to help come up with video ideas for the main channel. So I got a job offer from MrBeast today. Video will call on Monday. Wish you boy luck. He then shows screenshots of emails showing that MrBeast team wanted to bring him down for 3 days and have him shadow and sit in on the creative team to do some work, maybe see if he's a good fit. It's set. The first mention of Ty actually going down to North Carolina was on February 2nd, and then he showed another Facebook post from February 13th of him at the airport leaving for Durham. Raleigh, Durham. Who the f uses Facebook though? Like for real. Next, Ty brings up that MrBeast's team wanted him to write a creative prompt for a video before even coming down. He was given 2 prompts to write for, and the one that he chose was for an escape room. And this is where the drama begins, alright? Ty claims that he came up with all these amazing ideas and sent them to the MrBeast team without signing anything, which, I mean, that seems like a terrible idea. But also, you know, you're trying to schmooze him up, you're trying to get a job. It makes perfect sense as well. Like, you shouldn't have to think that everyone's out to steal and step on your shoulders and smash you down in the marketplace of ideas and YouTube content. Ty highlights one in particular, the obstacle course that is suspended in the air by 4 cranes. That is important later on because MrBeast did that. They literally, anyways. Then while down at the MrBeast HQ, he explains some of the hierarchy, the people there, and then he gets into the actual work they did. He shows a picture of the whiteboards that he worked on. I mean, this is some self-help alpha male shit here, guys.
My pitch that I wrote. So you see right here, you get really close. Bloodthirst. Let's see. Hellevator.
I don't like whiteboards. I've bought so many whiteboards to try to turn my life around, and every single time they just get used up for something different. They get dicks drawn on them, maybe a snatch or 2, and then I throw them in the garbage because I'm an idiot and I can't keep with anything except for having multiple YouTube channels, a candy business, a secret business, girlfriend. What else? I can stick with some stuff, just not whiteboards. Ty goes over the fact that this obstacle course was an idea that he loved. It was his idea, and the team that he was working with down there in Greenville, North Carolina also loved it. Except for the C1 and/or supervisor, who apparently was disgruntled because it wasn't their idea. And he was angry because it was well received by the higher-ups, which is cringe.
Pitched his idea, and they absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. The only person who didn't like it was C1 because it wasn't her idea.
Tai then goes on to glaze that idea massively and talk about how much the team loved it. He also says that his idea went beyond the original budget, but he was able to get a higher budget and that his video was going to be a massive success. Fast forward, he goes back home. In spite his supposed success that Tai would lead us to believe, he received an email saying that he didn't make the position.
Unfortunately, we have decided not to move forward with your candidacy at this time. We really appreciate you coming out and vibing with us. We would consider you for a role like this in the future, but timing isn't quite right. And the rest are about receipts.
POV, you're Tai after you don't make the position. And apparently, shortly after Tai didn't get the job, MrBeast posted a tweet telling people to go watch the new video, and the video was the exact same concept that Tai supposedly came up with, guys. Pretty awesome, and he claims that MrBeast stole the idea from him and never gave him any credit or payment from his work. And this stuff, it looks just like Ninja Warrior, and it looks like, what is that show called? You know, MXC?
And he was very impressive in the warm-ups. And
that's some MXC shit. Tai then ends the video by saying that this is part 1 and he doesn't want to release part 2 because apparently he has some major bombshells to drop. Everybody loves dropping bombshells on MrBeast. There's a lot. There's only really been one bombshell, and that's the whole Delaware Jake the Viking. That's that. I don't give a shit about these other bombshells, to be honest. Comparatively speaking. To me, on the whole, you guys know I started off as a MrBeast apologist a couple weeks ago, talked to Dogpack. My opinions changed, trying to be as rational as possible. Gonna be honest, this guy actually just kind of seems like a spiteful person who is trying to hop onto the MrBeast hate bandwagon. And it's just like, yeah, okay, idea, sure, that's bad. But it's like, it's not that bad. It's not like crazy bad. It's not insane bad. You would never make this video unless there is a lot of other stuff going on, and it would be really easy for people to accept the premise of this and that this is some kind of virtuously, morally bad thing. It would be difficult for that to happen if there wasn't a lot of already coal and wood in the fire of burning down MrBeast and pulling his head off of his body and stuff. You know what I'm saying? His reaction to not getting the position shows that he's quite spiteful towards Jimmy, which is completely valid, by the way. If you're not going to get a job, whatever, you don't owe them anything. You can be spiteful and angry and upset. We got more to it though, guys. We got more to it. He also says that MrBeast gets people to sign secret NDAs when they check into the facility so he can protect himself from legal trouble, which NDAs do not cover anything illegal. Like, people don't seem to realize that they're not just this, you can't just sign an NDA and then not say anything ever. It doesn't work like that. Like, if something is illegal, an NDA does not protect against it. There are a lot of ways around NDAs, and the more convoluted an NDA is, the more difficult it is to enforce, and the more secret it is. I mean, like, this is just, I don't know. Then he created a Patreon for support in a legal case that does not exist yet.
We're talking about a billionaire. We're talking about the world's biggest YouTuber. How is that so hard to just compensate for someone for them work? How hard is it to compensate someone for their ideas that make you millions and made me zero? I don't care if it was legally done or not. Like, think about it.
I don't really know. This guy seems like he really just wants money. His heart is not really in the right place. I try to be as reasonable as possible with this type of stuff and as fair as possible to everyone. I believe that Dogpack is good faith. I believe that 110%. I do not believe that this guy is coming out in good faith. I think he just wants to jump on the bandwagon. Just saying. Also, Keemstar would post Tai's video and hundreds of thousands of people saw it. There's a tweet and stuff. MrBeast saw the tweet and responded, or I guess Keemstar would post screenshots of MrBeast showing old screenshots from a Discord text chat that MrBeast and his team had been tossing around the obstacle course idea months and months and months before Tai was even brought down. So totally invalidated, unfortunately, guys. The point is not to be a MrBeast apologist. I'm not denying that this man has nothing to apologize for. The whole Delaware thing, I don't know if I'd be able to live with myself if I accidentally did that, and I would never do that on purpose. With it, like, that's so insane. There's a lot of things that need to be acknowledged. There's a lot of shit that needs to be made clear. There's a lot of undoing that needs to be done. It's just important to try to see who's in this for good faith. I think Dogpack is good faith. I think the things that Dogpack says, he is saying because he actually wants to see some form of change and wants to set a standard for content creators that ever get to MrBeast's sides to not be a giant piece of shit. Whereas this guy seems like he might just try to be scamming people. I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, and the point that this guy makes at the end, he's basically begging for money. He even had a GoFundMe link for a goal of $1.7 million. That is crazy. That's absolutely insane. Like genuinely insane. How can you think that that's, I mean, he raised $400 somehow. I don't really know how that's even possible. Mr. Ore also tweeted out an apology saying that he never should have done that. Pretty embarrassing. So I don't know. Let's try to shoot for a healthy work culture on YouTube, guys. Let's try to shoot for that just in general. I'm trying to be a good person. I think it's easier to be a piece of shit, though, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more people come out with their experiences in regard to MrBeast, and you know, I just want everything to be shown to the light. It reminds me of the Illuminati situation in which like one person comes out. Doesn't matter if people sign NDAs, by the way. NDAs are useless. One person comes out, then another, then another, then another, then another, and then before long, you don't have a brand anymore. But MrBeast spread so far beyond that. I mean, he's in Walmart. He's got shit in Walmart.
We are Walmart.
It seems like Tai Ore, people like Tai Ore are just trying to capitalize, which is kind of cool. And I know a lot of people are like, hey, YouTubers, why aren't you making videos? Why are you guys not covering this? Why are you guys not covering? You trying to get the MrBeast collab? You trying to get the MrBeast collab? Nobody's trying to get the MrBeast collab anymore. All right, nobody's trying to get the MrBeast collab anymore. I'm going to make a video for attention, and then I'm going to ask for $1.7 million. Guys, that's my video for today.